Soleimani was plotting imminent and sinister attacks on American diplomats and military personnel, but we caught him in the act and terminated him. Under my leadership, America's policy is unambiguous to terrorists who harm or intend to harm any American. We will find you. We will eliminate you.
The president issuing a strong warning to terrorists all around the world. Do not mess with the U.S., he suggested. This following his authorization to kill Iranian terror leader Qassem Soleimani. Democrats now slamming the president for his quick action, but wasn't he just enforcing his America First promise going back to the campaign? Here to discuss is our panel, Muslim scholar and visiting fellow at the Independent Women's Forum, Dr. Qanta Ahmed, Masih Alinejad, an Iranian journalist and senior fellow at the Hutchinson Institute, Rebecca Heinrichs. Welcome all. We appreciate you being here. Dr. Ahmad, I wonder, what's your thoughts now as you see some Democrats who don't seem to want to celebrate the fact that a major terrorist was just taken off the battlefield?
Completely morally bankrupt and craven, their response. I have been speaking to all of my friends and contacts in Iraq, where Soleimani had a tremendous grip through his leadership and plans with the PMF. And they are celebrating, they're exchanging cakes with each other, they're congratulating each other. To see the United States criticizing the president for this emphatic, long overdue, much indicated rebuke is disgraceful. And it makes you question what their interests really are. So, Soleimani was the mastermind of Iranian hegemony over the region, responsible for hundreds of deaths, thousands of deaths in many, many nations. There's no criticism that's legitimate for this targeting.
Masih, as an Iranian journalist, what are your thoughts about this?
Look, I have been in touch with many Iranians, and I have to say that a lot of Iranians do not see Qassem Soleimani as a hero. And I'm very shocked when I see in the Western media calling him a hero. For what? For killing the Syrian, children, Iraqi children, or killing Iranian people in Iran protests. Recently, 1,500 people got killed, and Sepah, the Revolutionary Guard, is in charge. They didn't even allow the family of the victims to mourn, to have a public service. And right now, this is hypocrisy. The government called for a public service for Qassem Soleimani for 3 days, and the parents of those people who got killed by Revolutionary Guard right now are in prison. My brother got arrested by Revolutionary Guard in front of his small children. And this is the reason that Iranian people, the victims, are very happy.
Wow. Rebecca, I noticed a tweet from you yesterday. It caught my eye. I see there are people, you said, who really believe flushing Soleimani with cash, which he used to slaughter Americans and other innocents, was smarter and more stabilizing than eliminating him. Explain.
Well, the previous administration, the Obama administration, centered its Middle Eastern policy on the Iran deal, which would have flushed the regime with cash. You had senior Obama administration officials that recognized that some of the money, because of the Iran deal, would go towards terrorism activities funded by and supported by the Iranian regime. So Soleimani would have had all of this cash to conduct all of these terrorist activities. It was not required that they stop that before the Iran deal did go through. The Trump administration has fundamentally shifted, said no, the source of instability throughout the Middle East is Iran. Soleimani was designated a terrorist. The UN Security Council even forbid his travel into other countries. He violated that. He was a legitimate target. Americans were at risk. President Trump had the presence of mind and the will to take him out, and it was the right call.
Dr. Ahmad, real quick, look into the future. There are a lot of people predicting gloom and doom. What do you see in the region?
This is a pivotal moment for Iraq, perhaps even more so than when Saddam Hussein was removed. The Iraqis now have a choice. Sunni Iraqis, Kurdish Iraqis, and half of Iraq's Shia are anti-Iran. So will they seize the reins? Let's not forget what Soleimani was planning. Another repeat of the Iranian hostage situation that we saw 40 years ago. That's what he was planning. And possibly a potential coup of Iraqi power into Iranian hands.
Masih, real quick, how's your brother, first of all?
I have no news from him, and this is actually the true face of Iranian, government and the Revolutionary Guard. He is not allowed to have his own lawyer, and Look, it's 7,000 people got arrested in recent protests. It's not only my brother.
Wow. Well, we certainly wish him well. Quick last thought from Rebecca. General Jack Keane and others have been saying a key element now is that the Iranian regime is scared because of all these protests.
Well, I think this was necessary not just to protect American lives, imminently, and also to retaliate against attacks that took an American life, the life of an American contractor, but it also sends a message very clearly that the Iranian regime should not consider President Trump's his prudence in not responding with military force against the attack by the Iranians of taking down our unmanned aerial system and the attacks on the Saudi oil fields. He's been very clear. Do not kill Americans. Don't threaten us, or you will be made to regret it. And I think that's a critically important message to make that clear, and I think it's been understood.
We want to thank three women with some strong opinions and analysis this morning. We appreciate your insights. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank you.
Emily?